Hey everyone. Wait for you guys to come in and then we're gonna get started. This is so good. After this I gotta hit the gym. But I had a little bit I wanted to speak on. So I just waited a few minutes for everyone to come in. And once everyone's here, we get started on the topic today. The topic today is clearing up chakra and Kundalini misinformation. I'm going, this music is good, right? I found some shit. So I'm going to be speaking on the root chakra and the life force energy connected with the root chakra, and then also what the Kundalini energy actually is. Let me actually turn this off now that I couple you here. I'm gonna just get started. I'd rather not wait. I'm not one to wait at all. I just want to check the feed and make sure it's good. Ah, it's nice and clear. Beautiful. Hey guys. What's up? Hi, Pat. All right. Well, let's get started then. It's nice to see you guys. Happy Moon Day. Happy Moon Day. I have some links to the blog posts in the description here. So if you guys want to read that for yourself, you can. I wrote these over the weekend, and then I posted them over the weekend. So if you want to just check out the blog, see if there's any information in there that will take this a little deeper, and it might be something that you just might want to check out. All right, I'm just going to give some gratitude to our ancestors, our spirit guides, all the loving vibrations and entities that are helping us to transcend and reach our highest, most divine, most in alignment state. I ask that they be here to protect and watch over us as we have this transmission today. Ashe. It's the only form of prayer I do. Pray to myself and my ancestors. That's it, baby. About as far as it goes around here. Let me see. You guys have some more comments. Oh, okay. I can see them now. Hey, what's up? What's up, everyone? Welcome, soul family. It's so good to connect with you on a moon day. Okay, so I was gonna go live last night, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna go in the day when my thoughts are a little more together. I feel like sometimes spirit makes you a watcher or a witness so that you can see all the foolishness that's going on out here. You know what I mean? So I'm noticing that there are a lot of individuals that people are following or co-signing or like worshiping almost. This whole consciousness thing has become another form of worship. And the goal is for you to become your own master. And the truth behind each one teach one was that you're teaching somebody who's on the same path as you or who wants what you want so that they can become their own master. You know, you teach them what you learned. It's like we're helping each other, you know, up a ladder or something. You know, you're putting down your hand and pulling the person behind you up. So that everybody can raise together and transcend together. Now, these new age and conscious teachers and prophets, they're false, because the whole thing that's going on now is it seems that they're so consumed by their scarcity mindset that even in all the richness that they have acquired, you know, in their life, it's like the gratitude just isn't there. And if you're going to acquire a richness, if you were given a role to teach or to guide. I do not like the term teach. I would prefer to say guide. I think guide is more of an accurate term because everybody's their own master teacher. That's really the truth. So as I'm noticing, you know, Spirit's like, watch this video. I'm like, why? I don't give a fuck about what they talk about. And they're like, just do it. And I was like, okay, check it out. Fine, Spirit. You say to watch the video, watch the video. And you can see that these people have have put themselves into a box, so much so that, let me actually mute this so that doesn't happen again. And turn these off. Okay, so these people have put themselves into a box so much so that you can see their desire to move forward and grow. But you can see that because their vibration for hate, their vibration for the fun of cultivating an audience based around the idea of disempowerment, based upon the idea of disempowerment, that you don't have the power within you, that you have to beg and that you have to ask somebody for your power. Your power is already there. All you have to do is ask yourself if you want to tap into it or not. And from what I'm seeing, you can see that they want. They'll say, they'll hint, but it's like with the audience that you have, they're not going to go for that. You have to literally become Shiva. And oh, Shiva. Ooh, baby, his name. I don't know why that was hitting on my tongue right now. Shiva. You have to become Shiva, and you have to destroy so that there can be a rebuilding. And that's why you have to be so careful about, even as choosing to be a public figure or choosing to be in the public eye, even myself, you have to be so careful about absolutes. You know, nothing is absolute. It's always going to be a path of growing and changing and healing, and there should be a constant evolution. And if you see someone that stays the same for 5 years in a row, they're not going anywhere. They're still the same. And they've created a prism or a prison. And it's so complicated when you have to break out of that prison. I mean, it really is not complicated. It's just that now that you think you have something to lose, not as you think. See, that's the game. Now that you think that you have something to lose, then you do. Because you make yourself believe that. So it's like, can I be strong enough to walk away from this and cultivate something new in my life when I think that I have something to lose? Okay, so I basically just wanted to start off with that because I'm noticing all the foolishness. I'm seeing the stagnation. Me being someone that's constantly on a flow for ascension and change and things like that, Spirit put me as a witness. Check this out, check that out, check this out. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm on my own vibe. But it's like, yo, just check it out. See what you see. And then even people who have been around individuals like Bobby Hemmett or Dr. Douglas Blair, C. Freeman L. I mean, these are great men who've done, they just have been a blessing. Blessing is a bad word because it means be less. They've been a gift. They've been a gift. These individuals have been a gift. And anybody who spent any measure of time around them should be at a level of consciousness to understand what the chakra system is, for example. And there's so much, it's amazing to me that individuals will talk all this hot shit and then never actually take the time to talk to their chakras, right? You are a universe unto yourself. Why are you neglecting yourselves? Right? That's something to think about. You're a universe unto yourself. Why are you neglecting yourselves? You don't talk to yourselves. And the chakra system is an agreed upon system because it allows beings, humans, while we're here, to understand the body and these emotional, they're really multidimensional. but the basis of them is that they're emotional centers, and they correlate to specific areas in your life. That's why it's such a brilliant system. And you'll read books where they'll have all these different chakra systems, because your mind creates the chakra system. That's the whole game. But the mechanism, the reasoning for it, is that ancient people were very wise in that they stayed quiet and they observed, right? So when you stay quiet and you observe, you can see that there is a need for a system that breaks down these different emotional centers, psychic centers, trauma centers, in order for us to live a life that is most in alignment with our highest purpose and truth. Your highest purpose is your soul purpose. It's what you came here to do. And it could be something so small. It could be that you came to just love your family. You came to serve your mother. You came to help this person over here, whatever it is, whatever your ambition is. It never has to be something complicated. That's why success is different for every individual. And that's why there's no judgment on the path. There's no judgment on the path. Everyone matters. Because those people who stay quiet and play the background and do their rituals and meditate, those people are the ones that move the world. Okay, they're hidden, And it's so important to recognize the wisdom of that sometimes. To take some time to actually observe and to speak to your body. This is the work. The work is so important, because then when you're reading something, you can be like, I did read a little about the author. I kind of know their history. You know what? This right here, this line, this was put in here to throw you off. You got to know stuff like that, because people are not honest. Especially people who are trying to interpret ancient information but don't have a soul. They have a mission, or individuals who had an agenda while they're interpreting this ancient information. Why did, and you can even go back to the Bible. The Bible, I could pick out so much shit in there that's metaphysical, blow your fucking mind away. Because in the Bible even they said, be wise as serpents. Yet the serpent is the bad one? No. Be wise as serpents, because the Kundalini fire, that Kundalini comes from wisdom. Now we're getting into the topic. Now you guys are going to have your mind blown. No, Terrell. I noticed it too, baby. Good afternoon, Simba. Thank you for joining us. So sorry, I was doing a lot of meditating, and I think my incense got me like a little congested. Alright, so now we're getting into the topic. The Kundalini fire. Right? What is the Kundalini? And as the watcher watches, so I am the watcher, right? As the watcher watches, as the observer observes, I can read articles. I had a Kundalini awakening already. I know what it feels like. Then I had to go into, okay, why did it happen? So the Kundalini fire is a gift. It's a sacred initiation, a gift. And when I had mine, it burned inside of me from my root chakra all the way up. My whole body was on fire inside. It was beautiful. And as I did my research on what the Kundalini was, it all came together for me. The Kundalini fire is a gift, an activation that's inside of your own body, that connects you to everything in the cosmos. It gives you the realization that all is one. And I was already on that path of thinking that all was one. I've been saying that from years ago. But it just shows you how the energy builds. And then you can really feel the presence of the oneness in the silence between space. The silence in the space would be a better way to say that. You can see the oneness in the opposites. How the opposites are the same. How the core of it all is exactly the same. And it's such a divine energy and has these beautiful manifestations. That's really the wisdom. And but the thing is, you can't say, oh well, I know that. Oh well, I know all is one. But do you really know? Do you really feel it? Can you feel it? Because the feeling denotes the knowing, the inner knowing, the soul knowing, the soul, I call soul knowledge. Does your soul know it? Or are you just saying, oh, I know that, to write it off? Because it's a really beautiful ego boost. How deeply do you really know that? So there's that. And then the other thing is that, I mean, guys, this has been years in the making, over 10 years of me hunting down wisdom like a fucking wolf looking for its next meal, hunting wisdom. Now when I was a kid, nobody in my family was into this. Thankfully they weren't like super Christian, but I ended up being Christian for a little while. And man, the only thing I ever pray, it's just amazing how the path is always with you. Your soul is always with you. I would only pray for wisdom. I didn't give a fuck about nothing else. And then I always prayed for wisdom, and then I was like, oh, well, God is within me, so then I talk to myself and talking to God. Like, it's like when you come in with when your mind is already advanced, you come in and it don't matter what the fuck they give you, you'll find yourself in it. That's all the reading is you're finding yourself. I found myself. You know what I mean? I found myself between the words, in the symbols. And that's what we're all doing. You're constantly evolving because you're like, oh wait, there's more? Oh wait, there's more? Oh my God, there's more? I can be greater than this? No way. You know, and that's the joy that I feel every time I see someone else heal. Or I see a client have a breakthrough or a realization. It is my greatest joy to watch a being transform in such a profound way. I love it. I would never want to do anything else. But it just expands what I'm doing. That's it. And the thirst for wisdom. You must notice the details. And you'll have if you haven't had it already, many people are coming online and the Kundalini is just activating them because it is the time. And they'll have 2 years where they're just like, I don't know, I just fell into all this knowledge and I need to know everything. Oh my God, there's a whole nother world here. I'm freaking out. And then boom, that Kundalini fire comes online. And then shit is really about to get crazy. And it's something that needs to be maintained. And it's just like love. People think that you fall in love and that's it. Simba, you're gonna have to do the research on that yourself. I say, sis. Hey, Justice. Uh-oh, Justice came with a sword. Y'all better watch out because my sister don't play. So getting back into the topic, I'm gonna pull myself back a little bit here. Getting back into the topic, really, I mean, wisdom, like love, is an ongoing process. You know, the beginning of the relationship, everything's beautiful. You guys are fucking googly eyes. All you want to do is, like, you know, be together and, you know, do everything. And everything they do is wonderful. And then if the relationship is not cared for, if you are not the gardener of your life, if you don't maintain, the gardener maintains the garden. Be a gardener for your life. Maintain the garden. Maintain that vibration and that truth. You know, and this is what happens with wisdom as well as love and anything else that we choose. If you want to get into manifesting, you're like, yo, I'm ready to get to the next level in my life. I'm going to do it. Every single day you must be working towards not even just the manifesting. You got to start by removing the subconscious programming that told you that there was even such a thing as scarcity. Scarcity is scarcity. So you're in a scared city. It's a city gathering place. You're in a scared space, right? So scarcity, scared city. So get out of the city. Go to the country. There's fucking fruit hanging off the tree there. You know? Like, and I mean this all metaphorically, because the metaphor helps me see it in my mind. Even when I do my the metaphors help me to visualize. So I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense for me. Like, that's how I do things myself. So hopefully it helps you guys too. Let's see who else. You know what, Simba? If you want to get started, why don't you meditate? I sure am, David. Thank you for joining us today. I'm so happy my soul family's here. I love you guys. You guys make the world go round. Okay, so that's the truth about the Kundalini. And now it's demystified. Now you know exactly what it is. No fucking frills. Nothing. It's the initiation. It's the gift. When you are relentless in your search for wisdom, okay? Your personal truth, your wisdom. And wisdom comes from, oh my God, it's the greatest feeling. It comes from within. I can feel it. That's why I'm just like, oh, I can feel my soul within me. It's so fucking beautiful. I love it. God, I love it. Okay. Calm down. But it comes from within, not from without. You create from within to everything around you is just showing you yourself. That's it. So I am nothing, therefore I have everything. That's it. It's so beautiful. It's so simple that it hurts. So let's get on the life force energy. So the life force and the root chakra. Now, the root chakra is very important because the root chakra, the programming that society and family does is a doozy. And I've been working on just clearing the fucking programming. It took me at least a year of just focusing on it. You know, in all my free time, I'm focused on it just to clear the programming. And I want to say even a year and a half. And even when it pops up, because once in a while it'll still pop up, and that's great because then that gives you an opportunity to clear something again. So I'm gonna check your guys' comments. Oh, that's fine, sweetie. Just spend some time meditating. I'm telling you, to change your life. If you need a consultation, hit me up too, because I can give you some techniques that will help your mind focus. That's important, and nobody talks about that. Meditating, you need to focus, especially when you're starting off and your mind is not trained yet. Okay, so the life force energy is actually stored in the root. Now, there's a lot of trauma that gets stored in the root chakra. That's the reason why I was so like, oh fuck, it's time. Spirit's like, it's time to open your root. And I'm like, no. Because you have to really face a lot of the grimy stuff stuff that maybe you did to people that you're like, oh, I feel like an asshole. Stuff that people did to you that you were like, man, I do not want to remember that. Just the programming of believing in the scarcity, of believing in the lie that, you know, of believing in the lie that wealth does not already exist within you. Of believing in the lie that you have to struggle to survive. Oh, and my biggest pet peeve, this, and it only makes me so mad because I actually work with my chakras like every day almost. Today I was actually dealing with my root. I like to just, it's a constant thing where you gotta constantly check in. I'll shot some water. That helps. So to maintain balance, you know, like anything else, it takes discipline. It takes time. And it may only be 5. I only need to. I'm so good at meditating now. I'm gonna meditate. I can get in a meditative state in 2 seconds. Be there for as long as I want. And come out of it whenever I want. So the whole thing is that you check in with your chakras to see where you're heading in life. So I checked in with my root. I cleared out. I had to clear out some thought forms that were forming in relation to my sacral energy. Had to do that. I had a filter that was a little dirty on the solar plexus. But see what I'm saying? It's a constant thing. Nobody's going to be perfect all the time. But as long as you're taking the time to actually check in with your chakra system and check in and do that inner work, it makes a huge difference. And if you need a chakra reading, shameless plug, my link for my services is there. You can either schedule yourself or you can just message me, and I'll be more than happy to schedule one for you. Okay, so back to the regularly scheduled programming. You know, the good programming, not the bad stuff. This is the stuff that'll give you a leg up in life. So the life force energy is stored in the root. Now, when you have belief systems, trauma, and all that stuff, clogging sort of clogs up the root, I guess you can say, where the energy actually will move as fast and moves the root already, the energy is going to move a little slower because that's just the nature of it. It's like Saturn, I guess. You know, Saturn moves very slow. And when you're working with Saturn, goal-wise, it's slow because it's dealing with time, and it's like it's the consistency over time to build up the energy. So the root chakra is very slow, and it's not supposed to be moving. If it's moving too fast, then you don't have enough. You have enough stability for what you need, but you're going to be like all over the place. You're going to be like moving here and moving there and doing this and doing that, and it's good. It's almost like you have a Jupiter kind of like luck energy in the root. So you're moving really fast, but at some point that gets exhausting. And you may come to a space in your life where you're like, oh, I want to slow down and I want to, you know, really put down some roots, even if it's for a couple months, and just be stable, manifest. So once you know all these things, you can really take charge of your life. So, and you can decide how fast, how slow, this, that. You see, that's the thing. The thing is self-mastery, because that self-mastery is everything. Okay? So what you can do is, with the root chakra, you want to clear the trauma. And when you first go into the root, I mean, you'll get, whew, man, it was so scary for me. But now I go into it like every day. But it was so scary for me first when I was starting to work my root. I had some childhood trauma, a lot of family programming that came up. People like trying to tell me who I should be or what I should be or whatever. And once I really went into that, I just realized that a lot of the stuff they were saying to me was based on their own fear. And you defeat someone else's fear by telling them that you are not fearless. I am not fearless. And the reason why you say I am not fearless is because your words are spells, and it almost pushes back and protects you from the energy, that the fear that they're trying to send towards you. So you just look at them and you go, I am not fearless. And they're like, oh, okay. And you say shit like that, people like literally have no idea how to respond, because other individuals in society, they don't have that kind of confidence. So come through with your confidence. You know, don't be in your square, stand on your square. and when you come through, I am not fearless. That's it. Operate that way. Also too, you have to like let go of a lot of the stuff that people have tried to put on you. And man, and then the belief systems also are another aspect of it. And the belief systems are really come from believing in the concept of lack. Oh, and this was what I was saying before. That it's a good thing I remember, because I'm gonna come back full circle right now. Calling it a survival center is not accurate at all. Calling it a survival center, calling the root chakra a survival center, is subliminal programming to make you believe that in society you must survive. That is the goal, to survive. What are you surviving for? The goal is to survive. There's no point in being here. The goal is not to survive. The root chakra is like, it's like coming home. That's the energy. It's like coming home. That stability. When maybe you go to grandma's house or your mom's house, or think of someone in your family that they just have a really cool vibe in their house, or someone that you know. And every time you go there, you just feel so much at home. There's a warm bed. There's food for you on the table. There's love. There's a big hug waiting for you. And that kind of feeling is really what a balanced root chakra feels like. It doesn't feel like there's a rush, and me thinking about it is bothering me actually, but it doesn't feel like there's a rush towards this money thing. It feels like the money is already there and you're just in it. And you feel very supported. You feel very secure. It's a very beautiful feeling. To simply say basic needs. What the fuck are basic needs? People need love. That's a basic need that nobody wants to talk about. And what, like a tent for shelter, and like a fucking, I don't know, what the fuck are you, berries for food? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, these people with their stupid concepts, I swear, I just get mad, because I'm like, yo, I can see that you're trying to program people to take in these concepts, but do it the way you want them to do it, so that they're still in the system without realizing it. And I just don't think that it's fair. I just don't think that it's fair. And I think people need to know when they're being controlled. You know? You need to know when you're being controlled. And this is why, too, you need to watch what these teachers are saying to you. Going back to that, boom, bringing it all around full circle. Because a lot of them are pushing anger, disempowerment, calling it empowerment, right? Pushing fear down your throat, and a lot of people are eating it up. They're eating it up because it's so easy to be angry about something, and it's so hard to change. Be angry at yourself if you're gonna be mad at anyone. It's so easy to believe that you're a victim and things are out of your control, and it's so hard to realize how powerful you truly are. To realize how infinite your soul is. And that's the shit that makes me upset, because I can see the programming. I can see the greed. You cannot hide from me. I see it all, because I am all. You know what I mean? And that's just, it's that kind of anger. I call it righteous indignation. It's when you're mad for a good reason, like you want to protect people, or you want to do something because you love someone. It's really about protecting the innocent. And I just hate to see people taken advantage of. I think that it's just one of the most disgusting things I've seen. And I applaud the people who are out here, you know, really trying to move forth the paradigm towards harmony, really trying to move forth the paradigm towards love and towards a greater purpose. I think that that's more important. I really do. And that's why I came on today, to dispel some of these myths and to show you where the truth is. And it's right inside of you. It never left. And the power of discernment that exists inside of you, you can use it in everything in your life. You just have to learn to trust yourself. Why do you believe that you're not trustworthy? That's part of the work, is asking those questions, you know? But does anyone have any questions before I go? Patrick says he's a cheerleader. Justice said true. Any questions, y'all? My girl's so funny. You guys are hilarious in the comments today. Alrighty. Well, you guys know where to find me. If you don't have any questions, I'm gonna go. And I love you all infinitely. By the way, I have some classes starting just to help you guys. A couple of my clients had export, so I figured it was time to really provide them. I have me and my team are working on it. We will have them out within the next week. I'm not gonna start in the next week. I'll start advertising in the next week for them. So you guys can sign up. But I'll be doing classes that will help you open up your psychic abilities. Essentially, yeah, it's gonna help you open up your psychic abilities. We'll be dealing a lot with channeling, meditation, your chakras, things like that, and going really in depth with it. So now it's just organizing everything. So that's the fun part. I have pretty much the structure done. Now I just have to organize the course, and once it's online, you guys will be ready to go. And I just want everyone to say hello to Aline Bay. Now he's a real teacher. So he actually isn't trying to fucking jerk people around. So you guys can say what's up to him. All right, so I'm out of here. I love you all. Take care. Bye.